Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the importance of properly using your core in relation to low back pain.
All right, now when we talk about your core, we're not just talking about the abs up front. The core is actually a lot more complex than that, and it's not just one set of muscles. It does include the abs in front, but we also have to remember we have the obliques, we have the muscles of the low back, we have the glutes, which are always a big player, we have the inside of the thigh, also known as the adductors, and then also the diaphragm and pelvic floor all play into our core.
Yeah. So your core is going to help with breathing, posture, and your stability. The role of the core is to protect your spine by preventing or stopping it from moving in the presence of motion or movement. It's when we get these repetitive, excessive movements of the spine, especially in the low back, is when we start getting pain.
Right, and core stability is not achieved just by strength of any one muscle group in isolation, but rather it's the coordination of all the muscles working together to maintain that intra-abdominal pressure, that pushing out of the core, making your core a balloon, that gives you actual stability.
So next we'll show you one of our favorite exercises to help strengthen your entire core and lessen your chance of low back pain.
All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna have Dr. Amanda show you one of our favorite core exercises called the paddle-off press. So with this one, Dr. Amanda is using a band that does have a handle, but if you don't have that at home, you can use any kind of band that you can anchor to a point. At the gym, if they have the cable weight system, you can use that as well. Just play with the weight, make sure you're using one that is appropriate for you, and we'll kind of talk about that here. So Dr. Amanda is going to grab that cable with both hands, take some steps to her left so that she gets some good tension in the band. She's going to get a good shoulder width stance with her feet, a little bend in the knees, and of course she's going to push her belly out and brace that core. This exercise is all about resisting rotation, and we're using the obliques, the low back to do that, as well as the front of the abs to do it. Your diaphragm's engaged.
The adductor, glute.
Right, so all of them, this is why it's one of our favorites. So she's starting with her hands up against her chest, and then she is going to press her hands straight out in front of her, nice and controlled, and then she's going to draw them back in. She's going to do this 10 to 15 times on each side, 3 sets, and when your hands get out here away from your chest, you're going to really feel that pull back towards the anchor point, and that is where we're building our core strength. So staying steady all the way through this. If your bands are pulling you too much and you can't resist it, then you take a step closer. If your bands aren't pulling enough, you take a step further away and just make the necessary adjustments so that you can challenge yourself and really work that core. But keep that core braced all the way through it. Again, 10 to 15 on each side, 3 sets.